guys, and welcome to our math time. So as always, we're going to start off with a little bit of counting. So I'm going to grab my fingers, and remember, you're going to tell me how many fingers I am showing. So the first time I'm going to go through it, I'm going to count with you. Then the second time, you're going to count by yourself. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now you're going to count by yourself. Watch my fingers to make sure I do not trick you. And then I'm going to give you 2 seconds to say it, then I'm going to say it. So I want you counting before I do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. So we've been talking a lot about sorting. Remember, sorting means we were putting things into different groups. So yesterday, or on Friday, we put things into groups of sunny weather, snowy weather, and then rainy weather. So today we're going to do it instead of by weather, we're going to do it by number. So you're going to help me because we are going on a treasure hunt. So I have lots of things in my treasure bag. And when we find treasures, we are going to sort them into groups, meaning we're putting them into groups. So the numbers of our groups are going to be on our treasure chest posters. So what number do you see on this treasure chest? 2. How about this treasure chest? 3. And this one? 4. Great job. So now I'm going to show you different things that I have found, so different treasures that I have. And you're going to help me put them in a group of 2 treasure chest, the number 3 treasure chest, or the number 4 treasure chest. So here we go. We're sorting them into groups. So my first one that I have is, they are 2 erasers that I put on top of a pencil. So I have 1, 2. So I'm going to put this in my 3 group. No, I'm going to put it in my number 2 group. So it's going to go right here. So it's going to go into this treasure chest. Now I have some teddy bears. So some teddy bears. How many teddy bears do I have? Well, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 teddy bears. So I'm going to put them in the number 4 treasure chest. Next, I have some pencils. So I have some pencils. Now, I want you to count how many pencils I have. When you know it, say it. I have 1, 2, 3 pencils. So I'm going to put it in my number 3 treasure chest because it goes with the number 3. So remember, we are sorting by numbers. So we're sorting by how many I have. All right, next I have some buttons. I have some buttons. So how many do I have? When you say it, or when you know it, say it. I have 1, 2, 3 buttons. So I'm going to put it in my number 3 treasure chest. All right, next I have some markers. How many markers do I have? 1, 2. So that goes in the number 2 treasure chest. How about some Band-Aids? Band-Aids, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 Band-Aids. So that's going to go into my number 4 treasure chest. Alright guys, so we did a really good job with doing our treasure hunting and sorting into groups. Remember, that was the thing we're trying to do today that we're working on, is we're sorting into groups. We sorted into groups of 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do the same thing on our worksheet for today. So first things first is we write our name. We write the best that we can. So we're going to write it in the best way that we can. And then we're going to write our date. So it's 9 because of September dash 14. So it's going to be 14. Miss Martini made a mistake. Today is the 14th dash 2020 because that is the year. So now we're going to read the directions. It says, look at the shelf. Color the things in groups of 2 red. So if things are in groups of 2, we're going to color it red. So that's what it says here. If it's 2, color it red. So I'm going to color this in so that if I forget the directions later on, I can look at my box and I can tell exactly what I need to do. Alright, so we did that. Then it says color the things in groups of 3 blue. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a blue crayon and I'm going to color this box in blue. So that way I know if I see a group of 3, I am coloring it blue. And then my last one is color the things in groups of 4 orange. So I'm going to get an orange crayon and I'm going to color it in orange. So that way now I know if it's 2, I'm coloring it in red. If it's a group of 3, I'm coloring it in blue. And if it's a group of 4, I'm coloring it in orange. Perfect. All right. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to do one with you and then you're going to do the rest by yourself. So when I look at this, I'm going to look at my number, this first one. So remember, when you put things into groups, we can do it like we did yesterday when we put groups in sunny weather, snowy weather, and rainy weather. So instead of weather today, we are doing it in groups by numbers. So if I look at my first one, I'm seeing smiley faces. So I have to count how many smiley faces do I see in this box. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 smiley faces in this box. So now I have to figure out what color do I color it in. So if it's the number 3, I need to find it. So here's the number 3. And what color is that? Blue. So I'm going to color in my smiley faces blue. So I'm going to grab my blue crayon and I'm going to color in my smiley faces. So just like we do when we are doing our coloring in the pictures for our letter of the day, I want you guys taking your time and making sure you're coloring the smiley faces in the nicest way that you can. So you see I'm staying inside the lines. I'm making sure the whole thing is colored in. And that way when you take a beautiful picture of this, I get to see all of your great coloring skills. All right, perfect. So now we see that it is blue. So I know that that is a group of 3, and it's going to be in my blue group. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to do the rest of these by yourself. So you're going to count how many are in the box, find that number, and then color it in the right color. So get coloring, guys, and you got this.